I always knew Eloise would steal something from me one day. I just never thought it would be my soul. My name is Monica, and I'm staring at the headline that just shattered my world. Local socialite wins National Artisan Award. There's Eloise's face splashed across my screen, perfect teeth gleaming as she poses next to my painting. My painting. The one I poured 3 months into creating. The one that helped me process Mom's death anniversary last spring. Monica! Come down here. Eloise's voice carries up the stairs, dripping with false sweetness. I minimize the browser window and take a deep breath before heading downstairs. Yes? I stand in the doorway of our pristine living room, where Eloise is arranging flowers like nothing's wrong. Your father and I are hosting a celebration dinner tonight. Wear something presentable. She doesn't look up from her roses. And try to smile for once. This is a special occasion. I bet it is. What are we celebrating? Now she looks up, eyes glittering. Oh, didn't you see? I won the National Artisan Award. Front page news. Congratulations, I manage. I didn't know you painted. There's a lot you don't know about me, dear. She arranges one final rose. I've always been creative. I retreat to my room and pull up the competition website. There they are, 5 of my pieces, submitted under her name. The koi pond series I created after finding Mom's old Japanese art books. Each one watermarked with my signature, hidden in the code of the digital files. My phone buzzes. It's Dad. So proud of Eloise. Finally, some real talent in the family. I close my eyes and remember Mom showing me how to hold a brush for the first time. Art isn't just about talent, Monica, she'd said. It's about truth. Well, Mom, time to show them both what truth looks like. I open my laptop and type, "Hey, Alec, remember that watermarking code you helped me develop? I need a favor." The cursor blinks, waiting for me to hit send. Downstairs, I can hear Eloise laughing on the phone, probably with another reporter. She has no idea what's coming. Alec responded within minutes. "Holy shit, Monica. I just saw the news. Meet me at Riverside Coffee?" An hour later, I'm sitting across from my childhood best friend, watching him analyze my laptop screen. He's barely changed since high school. Same messy dark hair, same intense focus when he's working on code. "Look at this," he points to a string of numbers. "Your watermark is still intact. Every single piece she submitted has your signature embedded in the digital file. Can you prove it's mine? Beyond doubt?" He nods slowly. "The timestamp shows when you created it. Plus, I remember helping you develop this specific signature. We can trace it back to your original hard drive." My phone buzzes again. Dad's calling. I decline it. "You haven't told him?" Alec asks. I tried. "Yesterday at breakfast. Watch this." I pull up my phone's video recorder and play back the conversation. "Dad, about Eloise's paintings. Incredible, aren't they? Who knew we had such talent in the family? They look familiar because great art always feels familiar, sweetheart. That's what makes it great." Alec winces. Jesus, Monica. He doesn't want to see it. Never has. I close the video. Tonight they're throwing a celebration party. The whole art community will be there. You're going? Of course. Wouldn't want to miss my own art show. I try to smile, but it feels wrong on my face. Alec's fingers fly over the keyboard. "I can help you prove it's yours. But Monica, are you sure you want to do this? It'll blow your family apart." Through the cafe window, I watch a mother and daughter walk by, holding hands. The little girl is carrying a sketchbook. Family. I turn back to Alec. "Eloise destroyed that concept the day she married my father. This is just making it official." "Send me the files," he says finally. "I'll extract the watermark data. You can nuke her with this whenever you want." I nod, feeling strangely calm. Perfect. Because I know exactly when I want to do it. When? At her keynote speech next month. The one where she's supposed to inspire young artists about integrity. I found Willow in her usual spot, the pool house, scrolling through Instagram while pretending to study. My stepsister barely looked up when I entered. "What do you want?" she asked, tapping her perfectly manicured nails against her phone. Just wondering how Eloise got access to my hard drive. I kept my voice casual, watching her face. There, a tiny flinch. Interesting how she submitted those exact files, isn't it? Willow's phone slipped from her hands. "I don't know what you're talking about." "Really?" "Because my backup logs show someone accessed my computer 3 weeks ago, Saturday afternoon, when I was at the art collective." "She said she just wanted to look," Willow burst out, then covered her mouth. She offered to pay for my spring break trip. And my entire portfolio was worth a week in Cancun? I didn't know she'd steal them. She said she wanted to show them to a gallery friend, to help you. Willow's eyes filled with tears. Mom can be very persuasive. "Don't call her that," I snapped. "She's not your mom. She's not anyone's mom." "What are you going to do?" I walked to the pool's edge, watching my reflection ripple. "Nothing." "Yet? Please don't tell her I told you." Willow's voice shook. "She'll kill me." "No, she won't. She needs you too much. Her perfect mini-me." I turned back to her. "But I need something from you too." "What?" "The login details for her cloud storage. The one where she keeps her portfolio." Willow hesitated. "I don't... Spring break won't be much fun when everyone knows you helped steal my work." She grabbed her phone, typing quickly. "There." "But we're even after this." I checked the credentials. "Sure, even." As I left, Willow called out, "Monica, I really am sorry." "I know," I said, not looking back. "That's why I'm not including you in what happens next." Outside, I texted Alec. Got her cloud access. Time to see what other art she's been creating. His response was immediate. "On it. But Monica, you're starting to scare me a little." "Good," I typed back. "Because Eloise should be terrified." "Miss Fuller?" The event technician, Marcus, glanced nervously at his clipboard. "You said you had something important about the keynote presentation?" We stood in the empty auditorium where, in 2 weeks, Eloise would give her speech about artistic integrity. The irony would be delicious if it wasn't so infuriating. "I have proof that Eloise Sutton stole her entire portfolio," I said, opening my laptop. "And I can show you how to reveal it during her presentation." His eyes widened. That's a serious accusation." "Check the watermark yourself." I turned the screen toward him. Now imagine how bad it would look for the venue if this came out after the event instead of during it. "Why during?" "Because liars should face their audience." Marcus studied the code, then looked at me. "You created these?" I nodded. "And you can prove it?" I pulled out a USB drive. "Everything's here. Timestamps, original files, my signature embedded in every piece. All you have to do is plug this in when she starts her speech. I could lose my job. Or you could be the hero who exposed a fraud. Your choice." I stood up. "But if you don't help me, I'll release it all online during the speech anyway. At least this way, you're ahead of the story." My phone buzzed. A text from Dad. "Eloise is so nervous about her speech. Be sure to support your stepmother on her big day." Marcus watched me decline the message. "Family drama, huh?" "You have no idea." He took the USB drive. "Fine. But if this backfires..." "It won't." I headed for the exit, then turned back. "One more thing. Can you make sure the projector zooms in on the signatures when they appear?" "Yeah." "Why?" Because I want everyone to see her face when she realizes what's happening. Outside, Alec was waiting in his car. Did he agree? Yep.
Everything's set. I buckled my seatbelt. Now we just wait. You know there's no going back after this, right? I watched the venue shrink in the side mirror. Going back to what? Being the quiet stepdaughter who lets everyone steal her dreams? No, Alex said softly. To being the person you were before revenge consumed you. The auditorium buzzes with anticipation. I sit in the middle row, anonymous in the crowd, watching Eloise prepare backstage through the curtain gap.
She's wearing the same shade of red she wore to Mom's funeral. Everything's ready, Alec whispers beside me. Marcus has the USB queued up. Willow slides into the seat behind us. Monica, please. It's not too late to stop this. It was too late the moment she stole my work. I don't turn around. You might want to move seats. This won't be pretty. The lights dim. Dad appears on stage, beaming with pride. It's my honor to introduce my wife, the visionary artist whose work has captured the nation's imagination. My phone vibrates. A text from Marcus. Starting in 3. Eloise glides onto stage, all perfect poise and practiced smile. Art, she begins, is about authenticity, about bearing your soul to the world. 2. The first painting appears on the massive screen behind her, my koi pond piece, the one I painted on the anniversary of Mom's death. 1. I've always believed that true creativity comes from within, Eloise continues. Each brushstroke is a piece of your truth. The screen flickers. Suddenly, the image zooms in on the bottom corner of the painting. A watermark materializes, glowing softly. Monica Fuller, 2023. Eloise doesn't notice at first, too caught up in her speech. But the murmurs start. Phones rise in the audience. The next painting appears, and again the signature emerges, clear as day. Finally, someone shouts, "Who's Monica Fuller?" Eloise turns, sees the watermark, and freezes mid-sentence. Her perfect mask cracks. She spins back to the audience, meets my eyes, and for the first time in 7 years, I see real fear in her face. She stammers, I can explain. But the next painting is already showing its secret signature. And the next, and the next. Alex squeezes my hand. You okay? I stand up slowly, every eye in the room following me. Cameras flash.
Somewhere, Dad is calling my name. I'm fine, I say, loud enough for everyone to hear. I'm just ready to tell the truth about my art. These paintings are mine. My voice carries through the stunned auditorium. Every single one. Eloise recovers quickly, her society smile snapping back into place. Monica, sweetie, you're confused. We've talked about your imagination. Have we? I walk toward the stage. Let's talk about imagination.
Let's talk about how you accessed my hard drive, how you stole my digital files, how you submitted my work under your name. That's ridiculous. But her voice wavers. The event director, Nico, steps forward. Ms. Sutton, these watermarks can be faked, Eloise snaps. She's jealous. She's always been jealous. I pull out my phone. Willow, want to tell everyone how much your spring break trip cost? Willow stands, tears streaming down her face. I'm sorry, Mom. I told her everything. Dad finally finds his voice. Monica, stop this. You're embarrassing the family. Family? I laugh. Where was family when I won my first art competition? When I got accepted to the collective? Oh, right. Eloise was too busy telling everyone I was going through a phase. Cameras flash everywhere. Someone's live streaming. I can prove every timestamp, I continue. Every original file. The watermark code was developed months ago. Ask Alec Lewis. He helped create it. Alec stands. It's true. I have all the documentation. A wine glass shatters. Eloise's perfect hands are shaking. You ungrateful little. What? I step onto the stage. Little what? Little nobody? That's what you called me last Christmas, right? When I caught you going through my portfolio? The audience gasps. Phones keep recording. You know what's funny? I gesture to the screen behind us, where my signatures still glow. You stole my art because you thought I was nothing, but you forgot the most important rule of being an artist. Which is? Nico asks quietly. We sign our work. I turn to Eloise. Always. She lunges for the microphone, but it's too late. Security is already moving in. Reporters are shouting questions. Dad stands frozen in the front row, finally seeing his wife, really seeing her, for the first time. And me? I stay right where I am, in the spotlight that was always meant to be mine, watching 7 years of lies crumble in 7 minutes of truth. The video went viral overnight. Art world scandal. Socialite success built on stolen work, screamed every headline. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing with interview requests and gallery invitations. Dad showed up at my apartment the next morning, looking older than I'd ever seen him. I should have known, he said, slumping onto my couch. The timing, the sudden talent, I should have seen it. You didn't want to see it. I handed him coffee. You never wanted to see me. That's not true. Really? When was the last time you came to one of my shows? Asked about my work? Mom would have. Don't. His voice cracked. Please. Why not? She believed in me.
She saw me. And losing her destroyed me. He set down the untouched coffee. Eloise was stable, safe. I thought if I just played along. My phone buzzed again. Another news alert. Eloise Sutton faces legal action. Award rescinded. She's moving out, Dad said quietly. Willow's staying with friends. Good. Monica. He stood up, reaching for me, but I stepped back. Don't. You don't get to play daddy now.
Not after everything. A knock at the door saved us from more awkward conversation. It was Alec. Sorry to interrupt, but you need to see this. He held up his tablet. The National Gallery's website was displayed, featuring my work, my real work, under my real name. They want to give you a solo exhibition, Alec grinned. In New York. Dad tried to smile. That's wonderful, sweetheart. Don't call me that. I turned to Alec. When? They want you there next week. All expenses paid. I looked around my small apartment, at the paintings Eloise never managed to steal, at the father who never managed to see them. I'll take it. Monica, Dad stepped forward. We can fix this. As a family. Family? I picked up my latest piece, a woman breaking free from shadows. I already have all the family I need. It's right here, in every brushstroke. I handed the painting to Alec. Let's go pack. New York's waiting, Dad called after me. Will you ever forgive me? Maybe, I said, not looking back. But first, I need to forgive myself for staying silent so long. The gallery lights cast soft shadows across my centerpiece, a triptych of a woman emerging from darkness into light. Each panel shows her transformation. First broken, then fighting, finally free. It's beautiful, Alec says, adjusting the spotlight. Your mom would have loved it. She'd have understood it. I touch the canvas gently. The price of being seen. Visitors begin flowing into the gallery. I hear whispers, see pointing fingers. Everyone knows the story now. The stolen art, the viral video, the stepdaughter who fought back. But that's not why they're here. They're here for what came after. A young girl approaches, sketchbook clutched to her chest.
Are you Monica? I am. My art teacher showed us your story. She opens her sketchbook. I was afraid to show my parents my drawings. But then I saw what you did. I kneeled down to her level. Can I see? She hands me the book, pages full of wonderful, wild imagination. Never hide these, I tell her. Never let anyone tell you they're just a hobby. Did you forgive them? She asks suddenly. Your family? I think about Dad's weekly emails, still unanswered.
About Willow's tearful apology video that went viral too. About Eloise, who lost everything but still hasn't admitted the truth. I'm learning that forgiveness isn't about erasing what happened, I say. It's about making peace with who it made you become. The girl nods like she understands. Maybe she does. Nico appears, champagne in hand. Ready for your speech? I stand, straightening my dress. Almost. I walk to my centerpiece, where my signature is clearly visible. No hidden watermark needed. The crowd gathers, phones ready. A year ago, I begin. Someone tried to steal my voice. But they didn't realize that art isn't just about talent or technique. It's about truth. And truth? I smile at the young girl with her sketchbook. Truth always finds its way into the light. The audience applauds. Cameras flash. Somewhere in the back, I glimpse a familiar figure. Dad, standing quietly, finally seeing me. I don't wave. But I don't ask security to remove him either. Sometimes the biggest victory isn't in revenge or even forgiveness. It's in standing exactly where you belong, creating exactly what you were meant to create, being exactly who you were always meant to be, and signing your name to all of it.